Hello, my name is Caitlin, and if this is your first video, welcome. If not, welcome back. Today we're making my grandma's chopped apple cake, and if this sounds amazing, you want to subscribe because I put out new videos every Friday, and you don't want to miss what I have coming up for the holidays. So, let's get started. The ingredients you will need for this recipe are 2 sticks of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 2 eggs, 2 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 4 teaspoons of lemon juice, and 4 cups chopped, peeled, eating apples. My grandma says that it takes about 8 medium apples to achieve 4 cups. Alright, so our first step is taking the flour, which is 2 cups of flour, and then you take the baking soda and the cinnamon, and you just whisk those together. Ta-da! So the next thing, once we have all of our dry ingredients whisked together, the next thing we want to do is add the sugar to the butter with the eggs and the vanilla. So that's what I'm going to do in my mixer. So I pop the sticks of butter in there, and that's 2 sticks of butter, and they're softened at room temperature. I'm going to add that to the sugar. I'm going to just mix them together. I'll put that on 2 to start. I'm going to add both of my eggs, my 2 eggs, and my vanilla. And then once everything's in, it starts to get a little mixed and the sugar isn't as, powdery and able to fly away. We're going to put that up to about 6. Because we really want to get everything mixed together. Alright, so it's been about 2 minutes with everything all very beaten, and it looks nice and fluffy in the bowl. That's what we want. That's not actually time to take it off yet, I was just showing you. So we're going to put that back in. And now we take our dry ingredients. And we're going to start by tipping just a little bit in. Just a little bit, because we don't want everything with it, the flour being so powdery. If we put it all in at once, it's just going to like poof, like in a movie. So we don't want that. So I'm going to do that and then put it up to 2 and just mix it a little bit. That was about a cup of the flour, about half of it. And it's going to start to tighten up that batter, but we don't want to knock all the air out either, so we've got to kind of go slowly. And then while it's on, I'm just going to tip a little bit more in there. And then you just work that through with the remaining flour that's left in your bowl. As it starts to get incorporated, you start to see it disappear into the dough. You just tip a little bit more in until all the flour's gone. So our next step, after everything is mixed together, and it looks something like this, is we mix the lemon juice and the apples in. So the lemon juice is in there because we already put the baking soda in, and it's going to react baking soda kind of on a very small scale of when you do those volcanoes, and cause it to, expand and rise. It's a different way of doing it rather than using yeast. So you're going to add your lemon juice in. I'm just going to give it a couple little twists just to mix it all through. Take it out of the machine. when I make them, I normally cube them down to yay big, probably about half an inch by half an inch. You all want to be uniform, like that's the main key with this, is try and get them as uniform as possible and not on the small side, because if they're too small, they're just going to disappear into the cake when it's cooked, and we don't want that. We want to have some chunky pieces of apple in there. So our next thing is to put the 4 cups of apple in. There we go. And give it some stirs. And once we have the 4 cups of apples mixed into our batter, and it's looking rather chunky, we can grease and flour a 9x13 glass or metal baking pan, and you're going to want to preheat your oven to about 350 degrees. Alright, once you have your greased and floured 9x13 inch baking sheet, you can tip your ingredients in your batter into the pan. I'm going to try and get it as even as possible. I know it's chunky. You're going to want to try and get all those apples spread out and tucked into the corners of the pan. Just going to smooth it down a little bit. It doesn't need to be perfect. You know, it kind of sorts itself out as it bakes in the oven. But as smooth as you can get it. One left. Can't forget about it. There we go. Alright. And when that's done, all you have to do is put it in the oven. Now it goes in this is a preheated 350 degree oven, and it goes in for about 1 hour. And there we go. I will see you all back in 1 hour. Alright, so it's been exactly 55 minutes actually. And the cake is done. And it smells amazing. So I checked it, I know I said an hour, but I checked it at 55 minutes and it was looking really good. I could smell it all through the house and it looked pretty done. So I pulled it out and I did my little toothpick test. So that's where you just kind of put a little, I'm using a wooden skewer, but you could use a toothpick. You put a toothpick into the cake, and if it comes out clean on the end, then you know the cake is cooked all the way through. So let's try some. Let's serve some up and try some. It's got a nice crispy top on it. Actually, let me just show you guys, because it really is, sorry, it's really hot. So it looks beautiful on the top. It's got a nice, all that sugar that was in there kind of caramelizes through the top and forms like this little crispy crust on the top. And then you pull a piece out here. There we go. Well, it's not the prettiest piece, but it still looks really delicious. Alright, let's give it a taste. Hopefully, I'm not ruining my mouth with this. So. That brings me back to my childhood. Like, this is one of the things I remember, like apple cake and applesauce were one of the first few things that my grandma taught me how to make. And it just brings you right back. So I hope you all enjoy this recipe as much as I loved making this video to show it to you. So if you do, like and subscribe to my channel, because I will keep putting out videos every Friday. Bye!